The next day, Casper is off doing his job, and he doesn't get back until a little after 3 a.m. The party isn't until tomorrow, so he takes this time, inspired by loneliness and by probably a good amount of intoxication, to wander off again. He finds her, faster this time. Her fingers are too long, her eyes are too big, she creaks when she moves, maybe that's the wind in the branches. He tells her about his brother Mene. He tells her that he's special. She says to him, "Your brother left a scar on you, but it's healing now. Whatever you thought you saw, whatever you thought you heard, it was only ever residue from him. You never had any power, you were only afraid." She sends him on his way. She doesn't do anything. The day after, Casper's pretty distraught. I mean, he's gone through the past couple years of his life thinking that he is this special flower with this special gift, and he thought maybe the abilities were fading because he was drinking again in the past that seemed to help control them before. And now, of course, it's the night of the party, and he's there, and he's just feeling this heavy depression, this idea of, I'm nobody, I'm nothing, blah, nah. I'm nothing but just a terrible person who ran away from home for absolutely no reason because I never had a special power. Whoops. So I feel at this point, predictably, Casper wanders away from the party to find the witch. This time she's close by, but even though she's near the party, near the fires, the light doesn't seem to catch her correctly. This time she seems to anticipate something. You get the sense that her body is vibrating, even though she's sitting quite still. He tells her all about all the people who've ever wanted to sleep with him. He tells her how he got a job without really trying, how the ravers could see that he was beautiful, even when he was homeless and starving and dirty. She tells him not a lot of people can keep up with you. He's confused, he asks what she means. She says, you need a partner that can keep up with you, don't you need that? And this time when she draws herself up to full height, she really is frightening. And he wants to run, but he doesn't. He doesn't because she starts to promise him the perfect partner. Someone who will be handsome and faithful and only love you, someone loyal, someone who will physically satisfy. She tells him she can make a contract. With his blood, with his consent, and with his full intention of creating him, she can make Casper the perfect lover. He will have all the qualities Casper wants, and what's more, all the qualities that Casper feels that he himself lacks. But there is a catch, of course there is. That being, if Casper ever finds those qualities within himself, then perfect lover will disappear forever. So, drunk, feeling embarrassed and neglected and ashamed, he's really loving the idea of someone who gives you unconditional love, right? Someone who has eyes only for you and will constantly be feeding your ego. So he agrees. Following that is what I imagine to be a cross between the transformation scene in American Werewolf in London and all of Frank's scenes in Hellraiser. Yummy! To save time, I'll just say this. At first, Casper is not really happy with Stefan, who is his perfect lover creation thing. Stefan is not at all what he thought. Stefan is friendly, he's outgoing, he's ambitious, he gets along with everyone without judging them, and kind of reminds Casper of, like, a parent more than a lover. More than once, Casper tries to run away from Stefan, only to be found again and just taken care of. Eventually, he decides to leave the Ravers and restart his search for his brother Mene. So eventually they find Mene, and Casper can finally ask him what the heck happened way back when, because now this is, several years ago. Of course, Mene doesn't know for sure what happened. He wasn't there. He has an idea that his own sort of supernatural abilities are actually strong enough that he spent so much time with Casper that it actually left some sort of imprint or scar on his brother and allowed him just little glimpses into what Mene was able to do, but it was really his own imagination, his own, fears and paranoia that fed into that and made it seem more powerful than what it was. If that makes any sense, I'll try and talk about that more with Mene. So, in some ways, this kind of makes Casper feel like a failure. After so many years of believing he had supernatural powers, only to find out he was actually just mentally ill, which is what he was afraid he was in the beginning, and it's just gone through this whole emotional roller coaster about about the whole thing. Yikes. But now he has a support system to talk about it with. So that's part 2 of Casper's backstory. I hope you guys enjoyed, and next time I'm going to be talking about the relationship between Casper and Stefan, because I just want to make it clear what that's supposed to mean. I want to explain why it was important in the story for that to happen. And because y'all know I'm not a romance fan. I know I've said that 18 bazillion trillion times, but I just keep saying it because I just can't stop saying it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye! This is like I'm about to sell you drugs or something. Look at this. Look at this pose. Like, wake me up and I'll sell you some crack. I'm done. Video over.